Let's take a moment to talk about the four most important lessons in life. It's crucial to focus on these big lessons, as some people get caught up in minor details and end up with a less fulfilling life. Remember to evaluate your priorities regularly to avoid spending too much time on things that don't matter in the long run. Before we dive into those four lessons, consider these two phrases. First, think of life and business as seasons that constantly change. Just like the weather, life has its ups and downs. Second, while you can't control the seasons, you can control how you adapt to them. Now, keeping those phrases in mind, let's explore the four major lessons in life. The first lesson is about dealing with tough times, which are like winter seasons that follow fall every year. Sometimes life is hard, sometimes it's easy, but tough times always come after good times. It's important to accept that this won't change. There are different kinds of tough times, like when things go wrong or when you're feeling really down. We all experience disappointments in life. So, it's essential to learn how to handle tough times. Just like nights come after days and difficulties follow opportunities, tough times are part of life. Recessions happen after periods of growth, and we can't avoid them. But what can we do? We can become stronger, wiser, and better. Remember these three words: stronger, wiser, better. You know, tough times won't change, but you can. I used to wish for easier times when things got hard, but then I learned something important. Instead of wishing for things to be easier, wish for yourself to become better. Instead of wishing for fewer problems, wish for more skills to deal with them. And instead of wishing for less challenge, wish for more wisdom to tackle them. Now, let's talk about the second big lesson in life, learning how to make the most of opportunities, which is like springtime. Spring always comes after winter, and it's been that way for thousands of years. It's a reliable pattern. Isn't it great that spring follows winter? It's like putting something good right after something tough. It's kind of like how days come after nights. It's pretty neat, isn't it? Here's the thing, after tough times come good chances, after tough times come good chances, and it happens regularly, like clockwork. But here's the key, you've got to be ready to grab those chances. Just because good times come doesn't mean you'll automatically do well later. You've got to take action. Everyone has to choose, either they work hard when good times come or they struggle later. So, make the most of every opportunity. Read as much as you can to learn how to make the most of good times. And remember, act fast when opportunities come because we only get a few in life. Life is short, as the Beatles said, and for some, like John Lennon, it's even shorter. So, make the most of it while you can. Elton John sings about life being delicate and short, like a candle in the wind. Life is precious, so don't waste time. The third big lesson in life is about taking care of what you've started, just like tending to crops in the summer. Once you plant seeds, pests and weeds will try to ruin them. The key is to stop them. This is a crucial skill, protecting what's good. Remember two important phrases for this lesson. First, everything good will face challenges. It's just how things are. Second, you have to defend your values. Whether they're social, political, or personal, if you don't protect them, they'll fade away. So, make sure to tend to your garden all summer long, or you won't end up with anything worthwhile. Finally, let's talk about the fourth big lesson in life, taking responsibility for your actions. This means accepting whatever comes your way without complaining. It's a sign of growing up and becoming mature. Whether things go well or not, own up to your part without making excuses. This isn't always easy, but it's the right thing to do. There's a spiritual song that says, "It's not my family, but it's me who needs help." I used to think that everything outside of me was to blame for why I wasn't doing well. But then I realized the real problem was inside me. For a long time, I thought I needed to find success by looking outside, but I learned that the answers were actually inside of me. Success isn't something you chase after, it's something you become. It's not what happens in life that decides how good or how much you'll have in life. Everyone experiences similar things. For example, the sun sets for all of us every night, it's something we all share. But I discovered that two people can go through the same things, yet one becomes wealthy while the other stays poor. Why is that? It's because it's not what happens, but rather, it's what you do about it. Remember this phrase well, both in your writings and in your thoughts. It's not what happens, it's what you do that really matters in how your life turns out. What happens is pretty much the same for everyone, it's what people do that sets them apart. Anything can happen, right? We've all heard countless stories, heck, I've been part of some of those stories. We could share stories endlessly. Anything is possible. Have you heard of Murphy's laws? You probably have. Murphy had these laws, one of them was, if anything can go wrong, it will. That's one of Murphy's laws. Anything can happen. I've experienced setbacks many times, once losing a lot of money, which was devastating. It took me a while to recover from that one. It wasn't a huge amount, but it was everything I had. That's a lot, isn't it? When it's everything you have. If you start with 3 and 2 disappear, having 1 left isn't too bad. But when you lose it all, I'm sure you've been there. Back in the old days, running out of money meant game over. But now, you can keep going even after hitting 0, right? They'll take care of you these days. But those tough times are something we all face, the same for everyone. Someone might say, but you don't know the disappointments I've had. But come on, everyone deals with disappointments. They're not just for the poor, everyone experiences them. The real question is, what are you going to do about it?